A horrifying plane crash shook India yesterday as Air India Flight AI171 tragically went down just seconds after takeoff from Ahmedabad's Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel International Airport. The Boeing 787-8 aircraft was en route to London Gatwick, carrying 242 people on board, including passengers and crew. According to the initial reports from Indian aviation authorities and global agencies assisting the investigation, the aircraft lost power abruptly and crashed into the BJ Medical College complex, killing nearly everyone on board and leaving a trail of devastation on the ground. The incident occurred barely 32 seconds after liftoff. The aircraft had climbed just over 500 feet when both engines suddenly lost power. The airline reported no abnormalities in any of its other aircraft, however. Safety experts recall a 2018 FAA bulletin warning about potential issues with similar switches in Boeing models, though no previous crash had been definitively linked to them. This has raised questions about whether enough was done to ensure system redundancies and crew awareness of such risks. Surveillance footage and eyewitness videos confirmed that the plane banked steeply before hitting the structure and exploding into flames. While the flight data and voice recordings offer valuable insight, visual record could resolve doubts about crew behavior or potential tampering. While air travel remains one of the safest forms of transportation, such rare and devastating events leave a deep scar not only on families and survivors, but also on the trust people place in global aviation. For Air India, this is the most serious crash in decades, and for the country, it is a moment of national mourning and reflection. Indian aviation authorities are now reviewing this recommendation. From the unfolding investigation to the families seeking justice and the possible reforms this tragedy may bring, we will ensure every voice is heard, every question is asked, and every answer pursued. If you want to stay informed on this and other global breaking stories, make sure to subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification bell, and share your thoughts in the comments. Our hearts go out to all the victims, survivors, and families affected by this terrible event. In the UK, several grieving families of British passengers have alleged that they were sent the wrong remains in sealed caskets. Some were unmarked, and in some cases, body parts from more than one individual were found in a single coffin. This has led to immense distress and outrage, with families demanding accountability from both Indian authorities and Air India. DNA testing is now being used to re-identify all remains before repatriation, but the process has caused delays and severe emotional trauma. Just seconds after takeoff, both engine fuel control switches were manually moved to the cutoff position one after the other, 1 second apart. With UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer scheduled to visit India later this week, sources confirm that the matter will be brought up in meetings with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Both governments are expected to discuss improving the protocols for international disaster victim identification and handling of remains with dignity and care. It is also expected that legal action may be pursued by affected families. This action cut off fuel to both engines, causing immediate and total engine failure. And the UK's Air Accidents Investigation Branch are collaborating with India's investigation. Experts from Boeing have also joined to assess the aircraft's data and switch design. A preliminary report is expected within weeks, but a complete investigation may take up to a year to finalize. Until then, every detail, from the cockpit recording, maintenance history, and technical inspections, will be under intense scrutiny. The RAM air turbine system deployed in response, but it was too late to prevent the crash. Investigators are still trying to determine whether this was a mechanical failure, human error, or a deliberate act. Emergency responders, firefighters, and rescue teams arrived within minutes. But the scale of the destruction was unimaginable. Among the 242 on board, 241 were confirmed dead at the scene, with only one survivor, a British national named Vishwas Kumar Ramesh. Tragically, the crash also killed 19 people on the ground, and dozens more were injured, some critically. Authorities immediately launched a full-scale investigation. The Aircraft Accident Investigation Bureau of India retrieved the cockpit voice recorder and flight data recorder, which revealed shocking details. Transcripts from the cockpit voice recorder reveal a moment of confusion and alarm in the final seconds of the flight. One pilot asked the other why the fuel had been cut off, to which the second pilot reportedly responded, "I didn't do so." These haunting words have sparked intense speculation and public concern. Aviation experts reviewing the data noted that such switches are designed not to be toggled accidentally and require a conscious action by the flight crew. As of now, Indian and international investigators have not ruled out any possibility, including technical malfunction, procedural lapse, or intentional interference. In the days following the crash, Air India grounded several of its Boeing 787 aircraft to inspect the fuel switch mechanisms, following recommendations from safety regulators. Meanwhile, the tragedy has taken an even more painful turn for families of victims abroad. This mismanagement of victim remains has now become a diplomatic issue. The wider aviation community is closely following the case. International agencies, including the U.S. National Transportation Safety Board, aviation analysts, and airline unions have also renewed calls for cockpit video recorders. Feature not yet mandatory in India, but widely advocated in the aftermath of high-profile crashes worldwide. This tragic event has once again highlighted the fragile line between human safety and complex aviation systems. We at Newsphere Global will continue to bring you verified updates and international perspectives as this story develops.